Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we balance the carbs, we do the timing, we get the mixture sorted, we fix up the sway bar again, and I couldn't find torque settings for the sway bar up onto the chassis there, so where it holds up at the front. So I did them to 25 Newton meters, but if someone knows what the settings are or should be, I don't want to, overdo it, and I don't want to have them too loose and lose them again, because it makes a big difference to the steering, to the handling. What else? I think that's it. So enjoy the episode and come back next time. Right, we're going to start by putting our new gasket on. So the idea today, or in this episode, is trying to get our carbs to be balanced. Next on my list of things to do is to install this, which goes from here along and into here. So I need to undo it here and then use Jubilee clips to get it on either side. Not Jubilee, or whatever. Anyway. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to try is just see if I can get the engine to start, so I can look at balancing those carbs. Okay, well, that was revving awfully fast. So I need to have a look at some of the... So I didn't mean to move any of this. I guess it's inevitable I did. we've got it basically running again. We'll come back and tune it in a bit. So I think the general rule of thumb is timing before balance. And this should be set at 600 RPM. I find it doesn't keep a good tick over at that, so I run it a bit higher. And I don't know if that's coming out, but basically that's 15 before top dead center. Now it's meant to be about 13 at 600, so I think that's good. Alright, there are a couple more tests to do. So if we speed it up, we should see it move. Okay, you can see it moving forward quite nicely there. So I know that's okay, and if I apply for the vacuum hose back on, it should advance a little bit. Okay, and well, I'm not sure it did actually. Just going to take it off again. Okay, so I think that timing's okay, and I haven't touched it. I think that's okay. What I didn't see is when I reconnected the vacuum pipe, I didn't see it advance a little bit, which I was expecting to. Now, I don't know if it's so small or not, but it might be that somewhere in that vacuum hose there I have a leak, and I might need to replace that. And I think I might just do that to be safe. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to balance the carbs on the other side. Okay, this is my balancer here, and hopefully I can get this all in. So is that on the screen? Okay, so when I've got it in there, it's at about 3.5. When I come over to this one, I've got nothing. So everything's running off. Oh my gosh, this one at the moment. Look at that, it's doing that again. I wish I could understand why it sometimes chooses to leak and other times it's fine. Right. Gonna have to get to the bottom of that. Anyway. So, I need to adjust it. So the screws that adjust the mixture on either side are this one and this one, but I need to adjust them separately, which means I need to undo the link between the two. Which I think means I can just undo this one here. And then, yeah, I think if I just undo this, then that one will, yeah, I think that's what we'll do, is we'll undo this and see if that does it. But I'm going to do it offline because there's not enough room for me to work here. Right, and that's done. So we have got about 2 and a bit, and there we go, 2.5. I'm just short of 2.5. Okay, so I think those are now balanced, which is good. And now we can look at the mixture. Right, I've adjusted these up and down, and I'm not hearing any difference when I lift them. Oh, there, I did that time. The base slight increase, and on this side, so that might maybe need another tip, but I'm more concerned about this right now and the fact that it's overflowing. So I think I'll give the other side a little bit more of a turn and then call it good. Here's what I'm thinking I've done. So this bit on the inside has one solid end and one springy end. And I've gone and put it in like that, so the solid end pushes on it, and that is why it's not blocking it off. If it was the other way, this is actually shaped to go in here. So I'm going to have to take those tops off, the float chamber tops, and flip those over. Okay, this is the one I've just taken out, and this end isn't springy. However, this shape is kind of looks like it's pointed to stop the flow, so I'm going to flip it over and see if that sorts this side. Okay, that seems to have sorted it. The ignition is on at the moment. I heard the pump going and then it stopped, so okay, so that's a bit better. And we're now getting a more normal reaction here in terms of if it's too weak, it stalls. Good. So I'm now going to play with those again. Right, I decided to use colour tune, so I couldn't get it to balance based on the revs going up and down. So you can see it's this one that we're looking at, and if we just increase the revs slowly, you can see it's not changing to that orangey colour. Now I'm going to make the mixture rich. And you can see how it's gone orange, which is what you don't want. You want that blue kind of flame. So I'm just loosening it off again. So when you hit the petrol initially, you might get a bit, I guess. Oh, it's a bit orange still. Okay, I think that's okay now. Okay, so I have here my new sway bar holder. I have the one that hadn't fallen off. And I have two derusted and painted up supports. So we're going to put this back on and fit the covers and stuff like that again. Okay, so that's back on down there now, so it's all back together. I haven't put the air filters on yet. I'm actually going to go and take it for a test drive first and then see how it goes. So how did the test drive go? Well, engine is running better, which is good. Steering, what a difference. So I don't know where I hadn't realised the sway bar had gone, because what a difference. Brakes, actually the juddering isn't as bad, but it's still there, so we're going to have a look at the brakes next. But with that, we're going to end this episode, and we will look at the brakes next time.